Recently I went into a modelling agency in London and they asked me to lose weight. So what I did was I lost the weight that they asked me to. Then when I went back 4 months later, they asked me to lose more weight and they wanted me down to the bone. And I just didn't think that was a responsible thing to be hearing as a model. I didn't think that was a healthy lifestyle that I should be living. So I thought I should take action on it. So I created this petition on Saturday, and you can find it at change.org/modelslaw.
Okay, right, yeah, it's getting a few signatures in. Yeah.
It's had over 50,000 signatures.
So looking at yourself now, are you happy with your weight at the moment, or would you say you've been made too thin, forced yourself too thin to suit your potential employers?
After I saw the agency that asked me to get down to the bone, I put back on the weight that I had lost because I felt like I was much healthier and happier the weight that I am now, and I think I look a lot healthier than I did when I lost the weight.
So, and with this weight, this wouldn't be an obstruction to being employed as a model, you think, would it?
Well, definitely not. Right now, I am above the measurements which the industry enforces on most models. So although I do have agencies that get me great work, the bigger agencies are the ones that enforce a much smaller measurement.
Maria Malone, can you just help articulate why, in fashion, ultra-thin models seem to be seen as so desirable? Because I honestly just don't get it. I mean, you can't actually see Rosie, but Rosie looks on the thin side of a very healthy person.
I can believe it. I think the problem is that this is an old traditional mentality that's actually, in my opinion, becoming outdated, because more and more successful ad campaigns for fashion companies are featuring what I would call more normal size models and much more diversity in the models that they use. And I think this is the right way to go, but actually I think there are still some high fashion houses that still persist in using these incredibly slim models that are just borderline unhealthy or are actually looking unhealthy.
Rosie, now I think I'm right in saying that the French law says you have to have a body mass index above 18, is that the...
Yeah, I think that's the law in force.
And what's your body mass index, you know?
It's about 17.5.
Yeah. So their law seems quite tight, because you're obviously... You don't look unwell or unhealthy. So you would actually fail the French law.
Technically I would, yeah.
Yeah, right. So what kind of law do you want?
I would love to see a law enforced where models are required to take health checks every 3 to 6 months and to be working more closely with the agencies themselves. So the agencies are asking if the models are healthy, whether they're happy, and just promoting a healthier lifestyle rather than asking them to lose weight, which I don't think is a good thing to be enforced in.
And you don't want a BMI rule, a sort of specific kind of, you've got to be above this weight or this body mass index or the...
I personally think that BMI isn't the right measure to be using just because it doesn't reflect on your actual physique. I think health checks are much more of a suitable requirement to have. Although BMI is better than nothing at the moment, I think health checks are much more appropriate.